Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Warcraft replay here. It's been a while, almost 2 weeks. Hopefully this video comes up before the 2-week mark. Yeah, we have an Orc versus Undead mashup. Yeah, that is right. We have Soin spawning in as the red Orc in the bottom right. He will be facing off against 120, the blue Undead in the top left. Oh, I did not actually put the last matchup between these two. I believe it was number 47. Yeah, really long time ago, in fact. Because every time I start recording these, I check whether or not, for the score, of course. I have been logged out of Valorant. Okay, doesn't really matter. Since this is a replay anyway. Yeah, that game was, I think, was it 1-0 just overwhelmed Soin with Frost Rooms, I believe. At least that's what the title of the video says. For some reason that video has actually like short description on the title instead of actually being in the description. It's weird. I think I stopped doing that anyway. But regardless, this is a pretty lengthy game, so I'm curious to see how it actually plays out because it's Orc versus Undead.
Work complete.
Yeah, and it's not. I would like to say it's not very favored for the Orc player, but yeah, it lasts pretty long, so I'm curious to see why it is. Crit Lord versus Farseer, it seems, as we W3 booster is also not working either. I think it's because of the recent quote-unquote update, but there really wasn't anything that changed, so that's nice. It's just going to screw up with my overlay a little bit. Yeah, keeping it a lot harder to track some certain things, but we'll try and make do. Crypt Lord going for the the skeleton stick start with the sack skull. He's going to go for the fast expand here, as I guess it is to be expected from Crypt Lord's start. Farseer coming out for the early pressure, and he is going to try and go for a bit of harassment here. Maybe go for the cancellation on the Ziggurat, as he's unable to pick up the troll for himself there. Crypt Lord is going to go down to about half HP, as the wolves are on him right now. Level 2 on the Crypt Lord, he should have the Impale as his second ability, as Carrion Beetles has already been learned up as the first. Another corpse on the ground means that more Carrion Beetles are going to get placed, as the Farseer is going to resummon his wolves as they got surrounded, as the Ziggurats are taking a while to actually finalize here, so it's good pressure. Unfortunately, it is only a Ziggurat that's being delayed. It is not the Haunted Goldmine, although I guess the Haunted Goldmine hasn't even been placed down just yet, so who knows, this fast expand might not be as clean as 120 would like, as we do lose a wolf there. Bit of a mistake from Soin, as I believe he's just taking to tier 2 quickly. Yep, as 120 still stuck at tier 1 since he is likely more going to invest his resources into that gold mine, which he is just about to do. Crypt Lord's still half HP, but he can always regen on that light. He is currently out of it, but yeah, I don't think he's in really any real sort of danger, since Farseer has yet to get a level 2, so no burst damage with that chain lightning. Goldmine would be nice to get that cancellation, but we do indeed have the Impale onto the Farseer, forcing him to TP Staff, in fact, rather than TP Scroll. He almost died, which could have been a bit dangerous for the Farseer, as the wolves are going to get unsummoned, I believe. I think one of them did actually go down, so Crypt Lord is halfway to level 3 himself. The Ruby Tower is down, as the Haunted Goldmine is halfway to completion, but it is pretty low HP, so If the Farseer goes for another attack, he might be successful in either cancelling it or actually destroying it. But like I said, Nerubian Tower is done, so it's going to be a lot harder for the Farseer to actually get any real damage down, but Speed Scroll is going to negate the slow from the Nerubian Tower, and it looks like he might actually get the cancellation, which is really good for him, because that gold mine was almost completed. 120 has been stuck at tier 1 forever, and undead tier 1 is not really that great. Yeah, we do have a graveyard, however, so we should be starting to see those Crypt Fiends coming out here. Unless 120 is actually supply blocked, which
Work complete.
He is not.
We're under attack.
I guess he just has no resources for beginning production. TC coming out as the second hero here, as tier 2 was done. We do have the double beast series, in fact.
We're
So
under attack.
double Wind Riders are going to be pumped out of the beast series there. It's going to be really good against those ghouls, of course, since they can't actually fight back. However, and when it comes to actually sieging this second base,
We're
is
under attack.
probably not going to be as good. I mean, of course they can go after the Acolytes, but eventually 120 will be able to have enough Crypt Fiends to actually deal with those Wind Riders, so I'm curious to see if someone's going to transition out of this or not. TC getting solo camp for himself. Farseer still at level 1, which is a bit worrisome. This kind of reminds me of the old, like, 1.24 days, 1.26 days, where the Death Knight runs around
We're under attack.
still without any experience, because, I mean, his form of harassment's actually pretty non-threatening. But yeah, it kind of gives me those kind of vibes there. Farseer Turn Chieftain, almost the... Actually, they're not even close to level 2, who am I kidding? Wyverns are going to come out here, going right after those beetles. Lots more experience being given over to the Orc heroes here, as the Farseer is a single kill away from level 2, and the Turn Chieftain is almost there too. I guess the Farseer didn't actually get experience since he was walking away. We'll be able to get it through this Apprentice Wizard. Is most likely taking Chain Lightning as his second ability here. As the Turn Chieftain is also going to get level 2 after taking out the Kobold camp there. Here comes the Beetle harassment onto these peons with lumber. Battle stations, it's not going to be too helpful, as it is going to take a bit of time to actually kill off these beetles here. We do have a little bit of a fight. Warstomp is going to try and lock down the Crypt Lord, but the Crypt Lord has his own Impale if he wants to use it. He is currently without units, however, so even though he did go for an Impale, it didn't really result in much other than just used up mana.
Our town is under attack.
Beetles once again being a bit annoying. They are going to be met by the Farseer, who sold a bunch of items. In fact, I think he sold an ore item as well, since I saw plus 200 proc there. So yeah, these Wind Riders have been shown. Unfortunately, they didn't really do much in terms of Acolyte killing, but it is going to force 120 to actually transition into some gargoyles. Maybe not transition, but definitely take in some gargoyles into his comp, until possibly when he gets enough Crypt Fiends for the auto web to be enough. But DK coming out as the second hero for 120 as well, just to add more healing support on the undead side. Slaughterhouse is about to be completed as well.
Upgrade complete. Work complete.
And we should be seeing statues soon. There we go. Autoweb is going to be completed very soon, and we have a couple of Crypt Fiends on the ground. Not enough to whip all of those Wind Riders. We do have 6 in the air for Soin, but 4 Gargoyles I believe are in the air for 120, so who knows, it might be good enough. Sack Pit has been constructed as well, so this Acolyte should be converting to a Shade very soon. I'm not sure if we're going to see any Frost Rooms. It's been a while since I've seen Frost Rooms, I think. They're just not really good right now. They either cost too much resources or too much food versus like how squishy they actually are. So yeah, it's probably better just to get like destroyers or something like that. Fortified defenses or reinforced defenses have been upgraded, so the burrows are now fortified. They are no longer able to easily get taken out by these beetles here. Warmill also on the field, so we are getting +1 armor upgrade for every single orc unit available, but we don't see any troll headhunters just yet, so we might not even might not even be able to see those guys, since normally the Warmill would indicate that, as well as Fortress Tech as well. So I'm not sure what we're going for here. Level 2 beetles versus level 2 wolves. The Goldmine camp, I believe, was taken down by... oh, it looks like it was done by Soin, as the Terran Chieftain has +6 agility as well as the Book of Dead. He is also very close to level 4, which was unable to get it with the beetles, but the Farseer was able to get it. Pocket Great Hole has been placed down and is down to half HP. Wyverns are getting absolutely demolished by those gargoyles, it seems. But here comes the Bat Riders and going for the splash damage, able to take down 2 of those gargoyles straight away. Oh, here comes another bat, and they're gonna take another gargoyle. Yeah, right now there are way too many Wind Riders in the air to actually deal with such little gargoyle numbers. And like I said, only 2 Crypt Fiends, definitely not enough webs to go around for the whole party. Chain Lightning is also going to do a bit of damage. It seems like DK had the Ankh, a Reincarnation, and is going to be using it right away. However, War Stomp into a Focus Fire is going to drink a health pot, as he is going to retreat here. Ideally, he should stay around a little bit just so he can toss those Death Coils, but the Crypt Lord is actually getting pushed back all the way deep into the base of Soin, so the Death Knight was unable to go for the Death Coil to heal him up, as the DB Scroll is going to be forced instead. Unfortunately, 120 kind of left his statues behind, which is definitely sloppy on his part. He is going to lose 1, possibly even both. But yeah, the main important thing is that this expansion is still alive. It is burning a little bit, but it is still in play, so the economic advantage that 120 had for the majority of the game is about to be a little bit balanced out. Carrion Beetles still being hella annoying, as they are going to get taken out by the Wind Riders there. Burrows also being placed down as well. So anyway, Cribble level 4, almost level 5. Death Knight just at level 3 versus level 4, level 4. On the Orcs, both Orc heroes are about to hit that level 5, which is kind of relevant. Farseer will unlock their Shadow Wolves, which are really strong. And Terran Chieftain probably just gonna get level 3 Endurance Aura, to be honest. Level 3 Wolf Stomp, I don't know how much of an improvement that is versus level 2, but
Work complete.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the aura is probably just a lot more valuable. And we are still sticking to air units for Soin, which is surprising. Still a decent number of Wind Riders in the air here. I am not sure if we do have Envenomed Spears, but since we have Fortress Stick, I would assume so. So Bat Riders are going to spot these carrion beetles once again. What is going on 120 side here? We are at tier 3 and we are producing a lot more Crypt Fiends hopefully. Frenzy is also being upgraded just in case. 120
We're under attack.
has no destroyers in the air just yet, or I'm not even sure if he's gonna have it at all. Yeah, there we go. Frenzy upgrade has been completed. Those ghouls are super fast. Unfortunately, they are not very good, even with Frenzy, I would say. Especially not against Wind Riders, of course. There we go. Battle Station has been called as Bat Rider is going to take out one of those gargoyles there. Second Bat Rider can finish off the rest if it wants to. Level 5 onto the Farseer, and those are indeed Shadow Wolves on the ground. How many crits are we going to get in a short span of time? It seems like we are not going to get any crits just yet. Very unlucky on Soin's part. Impale trying to CC up the Orc heroes here, but unfortunately crowd control is not that everlasting versus heroes, and Turn Chieftain is going to try his best to be disruptive as possible. Very nice War Stomps going around here, and the Coda Beast is going to get added to the field, added to the army comp. Wind Riders with Beast, Scroll of the Beast as well, they're going to do a huge amount of damage, and Lead Beetle is going to go down to the War Stomp, as Deep Scroll did get forced there by the Crypt Lord. Farseer and Turn Chieftain halfway to level 6, which it's not that great for the Farseer. He does have access to Earthquake if he wants to go for base rushes, but Turn Chieftain with Reincarnation is, I mean, like, it's so hard to deal with. Not as hard as, of course, Avatar of the Mountain King, but having to kill the Turn Chieftain twice is, yeah, it's a pretty tall task, especially since he is a strength hero as well. Honestly, at this point, if the Turn Chieftain's out of mana, you'd rather just leave him alone. Don't even bother putting the Reincarnation on cooldown. Just try and kill his friends first, I guess. Yeah, that's a bit of a messed up way to say things, but oh well. Army supplies. We are at 66 for Soin versus 120's 50, so 120 is trying to stockpile as much resources for now. We are going to have a Shadow Wolf. I'm not sure if it's able to sneak in. I mean, we do have a couple of trees missing here, but I think he's just being used for scouting, which will spot that Temple of the Damned. Banshees will come out for the green bubble to try and prevent the damage coming out from both the Chain Lightning and the Turn Chieftain's War Stomp. That is a lot of Wyverns. 7 Wyverns in the air. We also have more Troll Bat Riders being added to the mix as well. Here comes the 8th Wind Rider there. 120 still lacking on Crypt Fiends. He is going to try and double pump them out of the Crypts, but I mean, he needs to get more statues. He needs to finally add Banshees to his army comp. He is not going to have enough supply, I think. Enough supply space to commit a decently solid army comp. Another pocket Great Hole on the bottom left here, as main base's gold mines are about to run out in about 2 to 3 minutes. Watchtower is going to get plopped down. Unfortunately, I don't think it has True Sight, so the Shade is still good to go. Yeah, Orc True Sight is not that reliable. Farseers barely get Farsight, and of course, I think the only other way to get detection is through the Sentry Wards, which you would have to be going Spirit Lodge into those Troll Doctors instead. Soin did not actually go that route.
Our town is under attack.
Or Beetle Harassment, I'm assuming, which looks to be correct. Still a lot of Wind Riders here. No upgrades, I think, aside from that +1 armor. Definitely could try and invest in some upgrades, I would think.
Work complete.
120 side, however, Okay. Level 3 beetles, I believe. So, yep, Crippled is level 5. Not enough green bubbles to go around, unfortunately, as the Shadow Wolves are going to show themselves. Possibly even going after those Banshees. But for now, they're just going to stick to it and act as scouts. Alright, more green bubbles are being added to the mix here. But after that, the Banshees are basically out of mana. They might be able to toss a curse or two, but yeah, the main thing is, of course, that green bubble, which unfortunately not enough units are affected by. Here comes the scroll protection here from 120 as the War Stomp from the Terran Chieftain is going to try and stun a lot of those things. Wind Rider, who is it focus firing? I believe it's focus firing those statues. Nope, they're going to change targets to those Crypt Fiends instead. Scroll of Healing is going to get used by the Death Knight there. He also has access to his Death Coil just in case. Wild. Soin going to lower keep as well during this fight. Speed Throw being used here as a Terran Chieftain. I believe going to go for another War Stomp. He does have one left in him, I believe. Possibly even to snipe down the Crypt Lord. Who am I kidding? I guess not. Basically all the Crypt Fiends are taken out here. Level 6 Terran Chieftain, this is going to be extremely difficult to actually fully kill. Impale to try and stun up, but yeah, unfortunately, Impale does not hit those Wind Riders there. Lich just popping out here as the third and final hero to supply those Frost Armors, but unfortunately, Undead didn't really have enough units to go around. And to my surprise, these Wind Riders actually managed to swing things in Soin's favor. I guess if you're gonna have revenge, you do it through the same way, which is through air units. We're still pumping out more Wind Riders here. Bottom left base could be in danger, but without enough units to actually provide DPS, I think it's just the gold line that is in trouble. TP Scroll? No, that is a TP Staff. Trying to bluff it a little bit, but alas, to no avail. And the Great Hole is gonna go down. Alright, Wind Riders. They do a decent number of damage to a Crypt Fiend if they focus fire it, but here we go here. Level 6 onto the Farseer. I have no idea what his 6th ability is going to be. I don't really think it would be Earthquake. I think it's just level 3 Chain Lightning, which, yeah, definitely looks devastating there. War Stomp once again. The Terran Chieftain is just crazy right now. He does have enough mana for another one thanks to those Obsidian. Actually no, I does have another one. I guess it's just natural mana. I was gonna say Obsidian Statues, but yeah, he's the wrong race. Nova onto the turn, hopefully try and snipe it, but yeah, the Death Knight is out of mana himself, so we're not gonna have a Nova Coil to finish off the Terran Chieftain. Then again, Terran Chieftain still has Reincarnation, so it doesn't really matter too much. Lich does go down level 3 as the Crypt Lord and Death Knight is chasing the Farseer, who still has DP Staff and still has a Potion of Invuln. Yeah, 1-0. It's not looking good. And here I was talking about how orcs kind of struggle versus undead late game. Yeah, apparently not if you are versing Wind Riders. Just going to proc the Reincarnation on the Terran Chieftain, I believe, just to put that on cooldown, as well as fully heal the Terran Chieftain. Oh, and even comes back with full mana as well. I don't exactly remember what the cooldown is, but Shade has spotted that, so focus firing the Terran Chieftain might now be a viable strat. expansion top right. Just fully saturated, but here comes the Shadow Wolves to try and go for this. They would go with 1 crit. Will we have more? There we go. Oh, back to back even. That is pretty nice. Pocket Great Hole can't actually get placed down there because most likely of that shade, which I'm pretty sure Soin is now aware of, so the Turret Chieftain's probably just gonna go and buy some dust there. That is really annoying. Oh, here we go with the reveal. Unfortunately, the shade just gapped, so 1-0, pretty good at recognizing when to actually leave. But yes, expansion number 2, attempt number 2 is now underway, as I have no idea what 1-2-0s are doing still. Gold mine on the top right is actually empty. No towers whatsoever to try and push these Shadow Wolves away. Yeah, green bubbles once again. Like I said, there's just not enough banshees to apply to everyone. Not nearly as enough Wind Riders as last time, but he is double Kodo as well as added a couple of Raiders to the army comp here. Here we go, Crypt Lord almost level 6, which could be useful. Unfortunately, the Farseer himself is level 6, and the Turret Chieftain as well is in fact level 7, as he did get a kill nearby. Wind Riders are actually dropping like flies, but unfortunately the ground units are also a bit problematic to deal with. Death Coil to heal up one of those Crypt Fiends there, as another Wind Rider goes down and bites the dust. Death Coil, long distance Death Coil, very nicely done by 1-2-0 there. He still doesn't have an Abomination frontline, which I kind of was expecting. Instead, he does have actually, does he have Destroyers? I'm assuming he does, since he is tier 3 and he has more than 2 statues, but I just have not seen that statue turn into a destroyer yet.
Our town is under attack. Ready to ride. We're under attack.
Well, that was a short-lived Great Hole once again. I believe that Soin is now negative. 1-2-0 is going to impale the Turret Chieftain there before he gets a War Stomp going down. Oh, he still gets it anyway, and that is actually a pretty good War Stomp coming through. Lich, not Lich, Death Knight, I thought was the main target there, but I have absolutely no idea who Soin's focus firing right now. Kodo Beasts are the main target for 1-2-0. Meanwhile, Soin is going for, I believe it's just those Banshees. Yep, I think that's kind of game. 3 statues, still no destroyers in the air. 4 Crypt Fiends, definitely not enough to deal with level 7 and level 6, almost level 7 hero by themselves. Nova onto a Raider there is going to go down. No significant level ups, I believe, anytime soon. At least the Farseer is going to get level 7 right before the game ends. So that is most likely level 3 Chain Lightning on top of getting Earthquake second, or on his level 6, but he could have also maybe just learned Farsight, who knows. Oh, we do have a Nova onto the Farseer, however, which could be a bit of a momentum swing on 120's favor, and what on earth happened there? Did 120 actually get the victory? What? I am so shocked. Wait, really? There's no way that happened. Farseer just died all of a sudden. Yeah, I guess that's that. I could have sworn someone was gonna win that game. I thought he was gonna tie it up 1-1, but no. 120 was able to even get this victory despite looking down for a bit. The score is decently close, to be honest. Yeah, unit-wise, it looks pretty similar, kind of. It's a bit skewed since 120 had access to carrion beetles, I think, although I don't know if yeah, the unit skill definitely is a bit skewed thanks to that, and of course hero kills, I mean it's kind of similar despite Soin only being 2 heroes, but yeah, that is going to be that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys again whenever.